Okay, I'm back. So I looked up cognitive dissonance. I think I'm saying it right. So it says to deal with cognitive dissonance caused by family and peer groups and gossip and slander, you should focus on self-trust, set clear boundaries, limit engagement with the perpetrators, and seek support from trusted individuals and mental health professionals. The core challenge is the conflict between your self perception and the negative narratives being spread. I'm going to read that again because this is what I get from this. It says issues are coming from cognitive dissonance, will show up as internal conflict or confusion, struggling to reconcile conflicting beliefs or behaviors, often resulting from being taught contradictory messages growing up, leaving you unsure of your values and beliefs. And this comes from the home, then it goes into the school yard, and then we go into the workplace, and it goes into your marriage, and then you just have, so the Lord is bringing it to our attention now so we can ask Him for help to remove the seed that planted and grew into all this right here. And it says right here, and I'm going to read this sentence again. The core challenge is the conflict between your self-perception and a negative narrative being spread. So don't believe what people are saying about you, right? Don't give in and believe that stuff. You know it's not right and you feel like you can't fight it alone. You ask the Lord to help you. And it says managing your emotions and perspective. It says regulate negative emotions, de-identify from the situation, practice self-compassion and forgiveness, focus on what is going right, and give it time. And of course, give it to the Lord. That's number one. So that's the message. It's pretty deep, right? What's today? Thursday for a Thursday message. All right, let's do the card of the day. What do I do with them? Oh, here it is. The card of the day. There's the word for the day. We got two. We got use caution. And it says, Proverbs 14:16. The wise are cautious and avoid danger. Fools plunge ahead with reckless confidence. I had this card. This is my first card from the deck yesterday. I got this deck yesterday. And this is the first card I pulled. Let's read it again. Proverbs 14:16. In your Bibles. The wise are cautious and avoid danger. Fools plunge ahead with reckless confidence. You know what fools plunge ahead with reckless confidence? That's the fool reverse. So the Lord is telling us to be wise and cautious and avoid danger. And we also got salt of the earth. Matthew 5:13. Let me tell you why you are here. You are here to be salt seasoning that brings out God's flavors on the earth. If you ever wanted to know why you're here, why was I born, Lord? Why did you create me? He said, let me tell you. Let me tell you why you are here. You are here to be salt seasoning. I'm gonna say seasoning salt, right? Laurie seasoning salt that brings out the God flavors of the earth. And then there's a question he has here. What is God desiring for you? What's God's desire for you? You just ask. You ask it. And what I learned this week is I'm good with writing. Boy, I can write out my thoughts. And I talk to God through my writing. Just, whatever is, God is, you got, he knows all about you. So there's nothing you can hide. So that's perfect. You can talk about it, right? And don't be ashamed because he already knows about it. So you can ask him this question. God, what's your desire for me? And the other question here, what is God's desire for you? Yeah, it's on this card too. What is God's desire for you? So he wants you to come and ask him those questions. Proverbs 14:16 and Matthew 5:13. All right. Let's get us the power to surrender card. It says surrender your addictions. Whether you are addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action. I heard overthinking in my mind's eye. Overthinking. Take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. And if you don't know what healthy alternatives is, Google it. Google it, and they're going to tell you. It's always going to be going outside in nature. It always says that first. Volunteer. Volunteering is perfect. It gets your mind off yourself. While Lord is working at others, working those things out in you. So let's get us a healing effect Christian card affirmation. One card, Lord. This one's flipped, but I heard to take this one, these two. Love is sacrifice, John 15:13. And love like Jesus, John 13:34 and 15. These are truths. These are Bible truth, biblical truth. Love is sacrifice. To love is a sacrifice. And then it also says love like Jesus. So if you don't know how to love, he's telling you, love like Jesus. And if you don't know how Jesus loved, then you go read John 13, verse 34 through 35. Okay, let me get a Beatitude. Now, this is a Beatitude deck. Beatitudes is in the Bible. It's going to give you a card from here, and it's going to tell you to look it up if you want to look it up, so you know what a Beatitude is. Let's try it again. Thank you. It says, card 43, Jesus teaches about judging others. Ooh, that's on the line what we was talking about earlier. Verdicts are not to be rendered from prejudice. We are called to be discerning rather than unkind. Always use discernment. And it's from the Sermon of the Mount, which is the Beatitudes. And it says happiness according to Jesus. Matthew chapter 7, verse 1. Judge not, that you be not judged. It means don't judge, at least you be judged. But they say one finger pointing to the other, 4 pointing back at you. Yeah. He doesn't want us to judge. He wants us to give up judging. Not just for today, for life. And that's even with judging yourself. A lot of this, I read tarot from my perspective. I don't look at no one else. It's for me. I don't look at nobody else. That's God's job. I have a personal relationship with the Lord, and I read tarot and I read these cards as a mirror to me. That's the only reflection I see in that mirror. So that was my message. It's not a blame game. He wants you to take accountability for yourself. Don't worry about the others. What other people are doing. All right. These cards. It says, I am a bridge over waters. You are crossing new paths. Walk every step by faith. Isaiah 26:3. If you taking these messages on these cards to heart, he's telling you that you are walking new paths, and he wants you to take every step. every moment, every day by faith. Remember, don't count yourself out when you fail. I fail all the time, all throughout the day. Sometimes I do it knowingly, willingly. I fail. I just fail, right? And a lot of times I do it without even knowing, knowing any better. But the Lord considers all those things. He don't hold it against you. There's no way that you can block, hide anything from him. So you just live transparently, You ask him for forgiveness of the things that you didn't know you did wrong and bring it to your attention, right? And it's not going to be like 10 of wands, a burden, like heavy lifting. He's very graceful and he's very kind, and he just gives us a little at a time. He's not a taskmaster with a whip. But yeah, this is from Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3. Let's see. What is it? Card. What color was that? No number on it. I am a bridge. Hold on. Let me look in the book real quick. I am a bridge. I have a number on here. I don't see a number on this card. Okay. It says bridge. At times in life, we all come to a point that seems to be impossible for us to cross over from one point to another without pain or disappointment, but still we have to cross over. During these times, know that God has a bridge to carry you over obstacles with divine love. This is what I said. Just ask him. Just ask him for help. Check in with him throughout the day. He'll still be there. He will still be there. And he just wants you to learn. Just learn how to trust